Nein. Nee, dann haben wir alles bei ihm. Besuche die Schauplätze gründlich.
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run at the shoe store.
You want to take a look around
Alles
now?
klar.
The witness can wait, Cole. We've got the perimeter.
Ja, ja. Ich mach ja schon. Ist hier vielleicht noch was drin? Eine Knifte.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Alles klar. Dankeschön für den Tipp. Unterhalte.
Will this make it
what
into
next?
the paper?
Wen
Any
kann ich denn?
ideas?
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. If you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. If you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Alles klar, dann mache ich das doch.
It's gotta be something big, right?
Schicke Schuhe.
Can I help you, sir?
Auftragsbuch.
Optimistic, Cole.
Optimistisch, Cole. Ja, gut.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Alles klar. Clovis Galletta. Okay. Schuhverkäuferin, Augenzeugin des Mordes. Augenzeugenbericht. Okay. Fragen stehen auf der rechten Seite. Okay.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Zeuge Lüge, Wege Lüge. Um einen Zeugen der Lüge zu beschuldigen, bla bla bla. Okay, drücke 3, um den Zeugen der Lüge zu bezichtigen. Okay. Sie guckt halt immer herum, damit sie... Das haben sie richtig geil gemacht. Sie haben sich... Die haben die Modelle so aufgebaut mit Motion Capturing. Und auch die ganzen Gesichtsanimationen wurden halt mit so kleinen Pünktchen Stück für Stück aufgenommen. Und das soll halt grafisch darstellen, dass die Personen zum Beispiel lügen.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Die Ratenzahlung, die stand dann nämlich auf der Ratenzahlung drauf. Beleg für Perlenohrringe, Entschuldigung, ausgestellt von der Bank of Arcadia an C. Galletta. Ratenzahlungsbeleg als Beweis.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk. nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Okay, haben Sie einen möglichen Mordverdächtigen?
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Okay, Aussage in Zweifel, okay. Das haben sie, wie gesagt, das haben sie richtig geil hinbekommen. Jetzt guckt sie nämlich so und beobachtet uns auch genau. Guckt manchmal zur Seite und beißt sich auf die Unterlippe. Das heißt, sie beobachtet uns aus einem Winkel so, ne, kauft er uns das ab, beißt sich dann auf die Unterlippe, weil sie selber auch zweifelt und sagt, glaubt er mir wohl? Kauft er mir meine Lüge ab? Wir machen Anzweifeln.
You're making me angry, Miss Goleta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Wow. Wow. Oh. Okay.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Goleta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Und jetzt hat sie einen Gesichtsausdruck, wie als wenn sie sich an diese Tat zurückerinnert und Bedauern ausdrückt. Das haben die richtig geil gemacht. Richtig geil. Okay.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Goleta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then three very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Alle klar. Gute Frau?
Excuse me. I'd better get the store closed up.
Ja. Gute Frau. Ihnen noch einen schönen Tag und wir sehen uns auf dem Revier.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murder. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Alles klar. Oh, Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung. So, das Fahrzeug zu steigen und let's go. Dann gehen wir doch erstmal zu dem Waffengeschäft. Ja, hier, der Kollege vor mir, der steht im Weg. So, weißt du was? Ah, ja, Kollege, was rennst du auch bei Rot über die Ampel? Bist du bekloppt? Dann fahre ich auch bei Rot über die Ampel. Bin ich bekloppt? Gut. Das geht von meinen Spießen nicht nur ab.
You should take the next right.
Okay. Ist cool, dass man ihn auch
Take this right.
hier rechts. Bist du sicher? Hier links. Bist du bekloppt? Okay, wir gehen erstmal zum Waffenladen. Was? Ach da, Eaglesons. Oh. U-Turn. Oh. Ups. Omi, du hast nichts gesehen. Gut. Ui, schicke Ballermänner. Moin.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner.
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Alles klar. Gut, dann stiegen wir doch mal in die Karre. So, Orte. Und dann fahren wir mal zum Juwelier. Einsatz! Stahl, bitte! Einsatz! Kollege, meine Sirene waren. Willst du mich verarschen? Ups. Okay, ich glaube, ich habe die Sirene eingelassen, aber egal.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Der verschwindet.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Ja.
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Kalu. Shoot auf meinen.
Kalu, get back here!
You recommend it?
Das war ein Warnschuss. Das war ein Warnschuss.
Too late, Kalu!
Okay. Ich schieß mal lieber nicht durch die Gegend. Nicht, dass ich noch einen verletze. Schon den kriege ich noch. Sprint.
Don't make it worse, Kalu! Stop or I will shoot!
All over again.
Down, get down!
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Da grinst er wie so ein kleines
The case that makes
Erdbällchen.
you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Er kann ja immer noch sagen, er möchte einen Anwalt haben. Also, ne? Ich sage nichts ohne meinen Anwalt.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Schießerei, Patronenhülsen, Ratenzahlungsbeleg. Browning-Pistole. Wenn du jemanden mit einem falschen Beweis beschuldigst, leidet deine Glaubwürdigkeit. Bitte, kehrst du zurück. Okay. Weiß im Gedächtnis. Okay. Betätigte Person. Okay. Mögliches religiöses Motiv. Mordwaffe. Gewartet. Ich würde sagen, der lügt, ne?
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Oh. Ratenzahlungsbeleg. Ne? Okay.
You got nothing, boy chick.
Hey.
You're gonna be laughed right out of court. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Okay, Entschuldigung.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Streit im
You followed
Gage.
Everett Gage and the girl back to
Gage.
the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Seltsamer Einsatz von Intuition. Kannst du durchbrechen bei Befragung. Okay. Dann gehen wir mal auf Intuition. Community-Fragen. Okay. Seltsamer Einsatz. 99% erhalten die richtige Antwort, nachdem sie einen Intuitionspunkt für diese Frage eingesetzt haben. Okay. Dann machen wir das, wenn es zum Tutorial gehört.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Religiöses Motiv.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money. He owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Der Ratenzahlungsbeleg.
I'm done with you. Go flap your gums somewhere else. I want my lawyer. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Okay, ups.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Shit.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Okay. Streit mit Gage.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Das kennen wir.